down. Like, I want to fight y'all right now. Like, I really want to fight. Whoever gave you that advice, tell them to drop their address, because I want to fight them. Like, hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Scalp, and if you're new here, hopefully by the end of this video, I can convince you to tap on that subscription button. Yes? Yes? Pretty please? Okay, so I've been getting lots of questions, lots of emails, DMs, comments, WhatsApp. I don't know how y'all are getting my WhatsApp number, but basically today I just came out here to give y'all 10 reasons, 10, as to why your natural hair may not be growing. So if you know how to fix them, then you know how to grow your hair. So let's get to the roots of your hair problems. Like, literally, the roots. Let's start from the growth cycle.
For you to understand how hair grows, let's take 1 minute to understand the natural hair cycle. Just 1 minute, I promise. The natural hair cycle starts with the anagen, which is the growing phase. Hair emerges from the follicles. It begins to grow for about 2 to 7 years. The longer your anagen phase, the longer your hair will grow. Some people have longer anagen phase and their hair can grow for up to 10 years. Others have shorter phases, which is below the average, and their hair can only grow up to about 2 years. Although your anagen phase is mostly genetics, there are things that you could do to increase or extend your anagen phase, and I'll show you how to do that in a bit in this video. The next cycle is the catagen phase, which is a transitional stage of your hair, and it lasts for about 10 days. This is when your hair detaches from the dermal papilla and goes to your telogen phase, which is the rest stage of your hair. The telogen phase lasts for about 2 to 3 months. Now, if your hair hasn't grown in about 3 months, then you know you're making some of the mistakes that I'm about to talk about, and we could go ahead and fix that. After the telogen phase, a new hair emerges from the follicle and pushes out the old hair, and the whole growth cycle starts again. Now, this doesn't mean that the hair you already grew is lost. Like, the growth cycle is theoretical. Practically, you don't see people with long hair suddenly become bald because their hair reached the telogen phase and all their hairs fall out, as this growth cycle suggests. You don't see that. People who have long hair, unless they decide to cut it, will always have long hair, and this is because 85% of your hair is always in the anagen phase. God is so wonderful. He does not want us to be going around being bald over here, so he put 85% of our hair in the anagen phase, and then 15% is always in the telogen phase, which is why your hair would always shed. Now, you have to be able to decrease the shedding, but shedding is normal.
I'm going to be using my phone because I made like the list here just to make sure I don't forget anything and leave any details behind. So I keep telling people this. The first reason why your natural hair isn't growing is because you're taking advice from white hairstylists. I know you're like, but I'm not. I'm watching you right now, a black YouTuber, and I have other black YouTubers that I subscribe to. Okay, so tell me, how do you know about split ends? Do you know how split ends looks on 4C hair? Chances are you don't. You know how split ends looks on straight hair. You know it's that white little thingy at the ends of your hair. You know how it looks like on Indian hair. You know how it looks like on curly hair. But do you know how split ends looks on 4C hair? No ma'am, you don't. So you're taking advice from white hairstylists. Stop cutting your hair. Stop. The average person's hair grows about half an inch a month. So let's say in 6 months, your hair grew about 3 inches and you combed it and you like 0.5 inches broke off. So now you have 2.5 inches. And the blogs that you're reading are telling you to cut your hair, to cut off your split ends, and you cut off 1 inch. Guess how much hair you have? You have 1.5 inch of hair left, and that's the hair that you have in 6 months. So in 12 months, if you're lucky, you only have 3 inches of hair. You're never going to get to your waist length hair that you want because you keep cutting your hair. Put your scissors down. If your hair is really short, just grab some of your hair, put on your hands, and if you can't see through your hair, don't cut it. If your hair is at shoulder length, and if your hair is at shoulder length and you can't see through your t-shirt, do not cut your hair. Put the scissors away. Your hair is fine. It's going to grow regardless. Unless it's like really heat damaged, stop cutting your hair. I have had many questions about people telling me that they've gotten advice about how to cut their hair every 6 to 8 weeks. No! Stop! Put the scissors down. Like, I want to fight y'all right now. Like, I really want to fight. Whoever gave you that advice, tell them to drop their address, because I want to fight them. Like, y'all are messing you guys up. Like, stop cutting your hair. Reason number 2, not moisturizing your hair. Like, I used to be guilty of this too. Like, you put your braids on, you do protective styling, and you take it out by the end of the month, and that's the only time water touches your hair. Baby, what is you doing? Your hair needs water. It needs moisture for it to be able to thrive. Think about the hairs on your body and that, like, you know, on the other parts of your, like, the other parts of your body. You know how it grows a lot? Because, I mean, I shouldn't assume, but I'm assuming that you do shower and that part of your hair is always getting water and you're leaving it alone. You're not tampering with it. So you're just like, why is my body hair growing and my hair on my head is not growing? That's the reason why. It's not getting water and you're not leaving it alone. So leave your hair alone. Feed it with water. Any water-based products. Just, if your hair is in braids, just put water on it. I don't care. I don't care if it's in twist, if it's in the wig. Make sure, like, if you have a lace front on, just dig up lace front and put some water on it. Spray the lace front and the water is going to get to your hair. Just make sure you're feeding your hair with water. Boom, 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 boom. Also wanted to say that for those of y'all who use oils, make sure you're moisturizing your hair before you put in the oils, because oils are sealants. So if your hair is dry, you apply oil to it, you're sealing in the dryness and it's going to break. So make sure your hair always have water and then you go ahead and add oil. The number of times you decide to moisturize your hair really depends on you. If you want to go by what I do, I mainly moisturize my hair like every 3 days. I used to do it every day, but then every time I was going to bed, my pillow was wet and I was just like, I can't do this no more. So I do it every 3 days in case you want to use me as a guide. Step number 3, poor hair care routine. Baby, YouTubers are supposed to be a guide. Like, let's say you just first went natural and you don't know what to do. You can use me or other YouTubers to guide you as to how to, you know, do your hair, but you have to come to know your hair. Like for me, for instance, my hair do not like combs. So you're rarely gonna see me on my channel putting combs in my hair, and if I do, it's going to be a white tooth comb, and I never brush my hair when it's wet. But I know I've seen other YouTubers who find it easy to be able to detangle their hair whilst in the shower. If I tried that, I'm gonna be bald. Like, I'm gonna be bald like my chest right here. I mean, my mom's gonna kill me for showing y'all. I'm gonna be bald like my forehead. Okay? I cannot detangle my hair whilst in the shower, and I cannot detangle my hair whilst it's dry either, so I have to blow dry it and be able to detangle it. So I'm saying use YouTubers as a guide to build your own hair care routine. Don't, if I give you advice, like if I tell you to use the threading method or the blow dry method to detangle your hair and you do it and it doesn't work out for you, don't do it. Don't do it again. Don't do whatever does not work for you. Please do not go back and do it. Almost all the time, you're going to see me stretch my hair to measure it, that's not because I'm like showing off, but it's because I like to measure my hair to see what styles are being helpful. So if I did a protective styling, let's say I did braids, and I measure my hair at the end of the braids and I lost length, I'm not going to go back and do that hairstyle again because I know that hairstyle did not help me retain length. So stick to the hairstyles that helps you retain length, and make sure you're always measuring your hair whenever you take it out. If you lost hair, do not try that hairstyle again. If you didn't, the hairstyle works for you and go ahead and do that hairstyle. Reason number 4, you keep picking your hair. This is especially for my newly naturals. So you see a little bit of growth and you go ahead and pick it out. Let's say you want to put your hair in an afro and then you pick it out. I know it's hard, but if you are going to pick out your hair, like whenever you touch your hair, just remember Eugenia said to massage your hair. Like if you're going to pick up your hair, if you're always going to keep your hands in your hair, just go ahead and massage it. You're going to get more circulation in your scalp, and that's actually going to help you grow your hair instead of picking it out to lose hair. So whenever you touch your hair, it's like, ooh, Eugenia said to massage, and then you go in and then massage your hair. Okay? Okay? Okay. Reason number 5 is your diet. Like, I really hate to be that person. You know when you ask someone, you're like, why is your skin so clear? And you're like, oh, I just drink water. And you're like, what water you be drinking? Because clearly it ain't working for me. So it's like whenever people bring up diet, that's what I get. That's what I get. But your diet is really important. You have to make sure that you're caught up in your vitamins and you're caught up with your irons. I especially am anemic, so I take lots of iron pills. And irons are essential in bringing blood to your scalp. And the more circulation and blood you have in your hair follicles, that is what is going to make your hair grow. Like your blood circulation brings the oxygen and okay, let me explain this. The iron carries the oxygen along with the blood to your scalp, and your scalp is what is going to feed your hair follicles to make it grow. So if you're not going to take any supplements at all, I especially taking iron pills and MSM powder. MSM is sulfur. You know how when you were little, your grandmother would like grease your scalp with sulfur? That's basically it, but it's sulfur that your body can take up. So MSM, it helps bind the protein in your hair. So your hair is made up of proteins called keratin, and sulfur is one of the ingredients that helps bind the protein to your hair. And the protein in your hair makes your hair healthy. If your hair is healthy, then it's not going to break as much. So if you're not going to take any supplements at all, if you're not going to watch your diet, I especially don't, because I barely drink water and I barely eat healthy. But I make sure to take my irons and my MSMs. I put my MSM in orange juice and I always drink it. Or you can just put it in water. Like, just make sure you're taking your iron pills and your MSM. Number 6 is over processing your hair. People, leave the relaxers alone. Leave the relaxers alone. But I saw this girl on YouTube with a relaxer. She had really long hair. Well, clearly you don't, because if you did, your hair would be long by now. Okay, like, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but relaxers are not your best friend. Even if your hair is long with relaxers, it's not healthy. Relaxed hair isn't healthy because the way relaxers work is that it denatures the protein in your hair. So, denaturing. I'm looking for a word for, like, a more suitable word for denaturing. So it basically destroys the protein in your hair, and that's how it's able to get it straight. So I don't care if you have your relaxed hair to your feet, it's not healthy hair. First of all, relaxed hair is not healthy hair. Period. Period. Fight me. And again, there's been tons of research about the damages relaxed hair causes to the brain and to the scalp. So I especially would not recommend having relaxed hair. Now, why do people have relaxed hair and long hair? It's because they have a very strong hair shaft that's able to endure all the breakages and stuff. My hair definitely does not. When I was relaxed, I was bald. I had to go natural to be able to get long hair. So put them relaxers away. Leave the relaxers alone. You hear me? You heard? Yep. Reason number 7 is a buildup of products and oils on your scalp. When your hair follicles are like, what oils and products on the scalp does is that it blocks your hair follicles. And if your hair follicles are blocked, there's absolutely no way you could grow your hair. If you have flakes and stuff on your hair, it eventually will cause your hair to thin out or break. So you're gonna end up having patches and patches on your hair of no hair. Make sure your scalp is clean. Peppermint shampoos are your best friend. If you get a shampoo and it does not have peppermint, put it back. Don't even buy it. My personal favorite is let me go get it. This right here is my best friend. It's literally my favorite shampoo, and it costs like $2. It has peppermint and rosemary, and it just really helps keep my scalp clean. And that's the purpose of shampoo. Shampoo is not going to make your hair grow. It's not going to do nothing. I don't care whatever people promise with their shampoo. The purpose of shampoo is to keep your scalp clean. So if your scalp is clean and you don't have any flakes or no dirt or no extra oils on your hair, then your hair follicles are free to receive oxygen and free to grow. Number 8 is excessive shedding and breaking. Some of y'all have told me like your hair is actually growing, like you know it's growing, but you're unable to retain that length. If your hair is more susceptible to breakage, you want to do less manipulation. Like you want to do low manipulation hairstyles or no manipulation at all. Like you do not want to manipulate your hair. You do not want to touch it. You do not want to style it too much. Put it in a twist and put it away. Wear a wig and put it away. Don't manipulate your hair so much because it's more susceptible to breakage. If you're looking for something to help you with the shedding, I suggest using Fenugreek water. I love Fenugreek water. If you've been on my channel, you know Fenugreek is she's like my best friend. I'll pick Fenugreek over my mother. I'll pick Fenugreek over my best friend if I had one. I'll pick Fenugreek over my sister if I do have a sister. But yes, I love Fenugreek. Put Fenugreek, soak them in cold water. Cold, not warm water. For about 24 hours. Then strain the seeds out and use that water to rinse your hair. I love Fenugreek. I've heard about tea rinses and stuff, but I've never actually really tried those, so I can't speak for those, but you could go ahead and try it, and if it works for you, come back and tell me, because like I feel like y'all think I'm like a natural hair expert. I'm just a girl who loves hair. Like I'm obsessed with hair, and I read more about hair, and I learned all about hair. So I'm definitely not perfect, so if I ever make a mistake, you guys come back and tell me, because I actually want to grow my hair more. As greedy as that sounds, I do want to grow my hair more. Aloe Vera works too. I use it as a moisturizer, but it just keeps my hair shiny and like really bright, and it helps it grow. But for shedding, if you're experiencing excessive shedding, I would go ahead and recommend Fenugreek. And your hair's like, you're not supposed to have no shedding at all, because as I previously said, 15% of your hair is always in the telogen phase, so your hair is always going to shed. But when it's excessive and it's like you're getting like patches of like it's like dull hair, that's when you want to do something to fix it. For 9, use of chemicals. Like I think I've said this in my natural hair journey, and I got attacked so much about how I don't think people should use chemical products on their hair. And then right after I made that video, the Diva Curl debacle came out, and I was like, I told y'all so. Like, have y'all seen YouTubers that use a Diva Curl and their curls got damaged? So use natural. If your hair's natural, stick to. I'm assuming your hair's natural because okay. Use natural hair products. Stick to natural hair products. If you want a natural hair product, I'm coming out with, like, y'all have convinced me to turn my DIYs into an online shop. So if you're looking for natural hair products, click the link down below. It will take you to my website, which launches on May 1st. I'm coming out with all natural hair products, handmade with raw materials, everything natural, baby. So use natural hair products. Do not put chemicals in your hair. Chemicals are not your best friends. You do not know chemicals. With the exception, like the only product that I use that's not made by me or it's not natural is a Suave coconut conditioner and shampoo, and that's because I know, like, I've used it and it does not damage my hair. My hair actually loves it. And I know some products with slip actually have silicone. Silicone is actually not bad for your hair. Especially if you have 4C hair, it helps slips your hair and it makes it really easy to detangle. So silicone products are not all that bad. Just make sure it does not get on your scalp. Just put it on your hair so it's easier to detangle. Do not put silicone products on your scalp. You do not want silicone on your scalp. Okay? Last reason why your hair isn't growing is that you do not know your hair porosity. So whatever products you grab, you just put it on your hair. You don't know if you're low porosity. You don't know if you're, if you're medium, then you probably don't even feel it. But if you're high or low, like, you don't know what products are working for you. So maybe like you're doing all these DIYs that YouTubers are talking about, but you're not seeing results because you don't know your hair type and your hair is not absorbing the nutrients that you're applying to your hair. I have a hair porosity test / video out. I'll put the link, like, I think it's going to be on the right side of the screen. Just make sure you type that and go watch how to test your hair porosity. But basically, if you're low porosity like me, that means that your hair is not able to retaining water. And so you want to use warm water, like lukewarm water. Notice I don't say hot water because I was actually talking to one of my Indian roommates and she said something about how her hair started thinning once she came out to the US, and I was reading about it and I realized that like the showers, like the warm water in the showers contains lead, and lead is not good for your hair. Like, lead will thin out your hair. So once you get in the shower, make sure if you have the heater in the bathroom thingy, just make sure it's turned up to the middle part so you're using lukewarm water to shampoo your hair. She suggested taking washing my hair in cold water, and I was like, ain't no way I'm about to take cold showers because I want to get longer hair. Okay, no way, I'm not taking cold showers. So use lukewarm water to shampoo your hair, and watch my porosity video to know your hair porosity, so you know, sorry, I'm just looking at, I forgot something, I think, so you know what to use for your hair. And that's all, ladies and gentlemen, because I actually have some guys watching my video. Thank you for subscribing and always tuning in. I appreciate you all. And hopefully I convinced you to subscribe to my channel. And if you did not like what I said, or my channel, or like my face bothers you, then thank you for watching my videos. And good luck on growing your hair. I really hope you do make progress in your hair. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I see you in my next video. Bye.